We'll be starting in a second.
Oh, great.
So we're here today chatting with 2019 Army Black Knights fullback Connor Slocum. And you know, it's really interesting. We're excited about the three of you guys signing as free agents, yourself, Elijah Riley, and obviously with Cole Christensen. All you guys signed last week. You signed with the Jaguars. So first and foremost, congratulations on just that opportunity that exists before you. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I just feel so blessed and so thankful. I mean, there's so many people that went into making that happen for us in the Army, on the coaching staff at West Point. There were so many people that definitely could not have happened without there. So I'm just so thankful.
Awesome. Now, you know, we've had an opportunity to chat with your teammates, Cole and Elijah, regarding Cole signing with the Chargers and Elijah signing with the Eagles, respectively. When you first were contacted by the Jaguars and told that they wanted to sign you, where were you when that occurred? Did it happen through your agent? Did they contact you directly? And what was your initial reaction?
So it all happened through my agent. Me and my family, you know, free agency takes place as soon as the draft is over, pretty much. And it was one of the more stressful days I've ever had. And we were just sitting on the couch, and I got the call from my agent. He just said that I was going to be a Jaguar, and I was a wreck. I was so overjoyed. It was pretty emotional just for me and my family, just everything that we've been through together to get to that point. It was honestly incredible.
Now, I think I had this question for Cole. When young men like yourself get to this point, obviously they don't do it alone. At least most folks don't. They have family, and then you mentioned coaches. Talk to us a little bit about that conversation maybe that you've had with your family in a kind of personal setting about the moment and how you got there, if you will.
I mean, there's so much that went into this whole entire process, you know, from just like the work ethic that I got to see as a child and my parents growing up to, you know, being coached by, in my opinion, the best running back coach in the entire country, Mike Beatty, at West Point, just all the way up to people in the Army that were making calls to general managers of NFL programs for us. It was just honestly, I was just so thankful. I think a lot of times, you know, like whenever big things like that happen, it really helps you to take a step back and just realize, you know, how many things had to happen for you to get to where you are. And I was just overcome with thankfulness, honestly.
So obviously there were other clubs showing interest in your talents. Did the call from the Jaguars come as a surprise, or were they the club that was showing the most interest during the entire process?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that they were showing the most. It was probably just as much as a couple of the other teams that were showing interest in me. I definitely, you know, knew that they were definitely one of the top prospects for me. But again, like, you never know what can happen after the draft. There was a good chance that nobody wanted me. I really didn't know what to expect. So, I mean, I was definitely surprised for sure.
Now many NFL teams are continuing to move towards the run-pass option style offense, whereby the fullback is becoming more an endangered species or somewhat extinct role, at least for some teams. What are you hearing from the Jaguars staff as it relates to how they see you fitting in offensively?
I was brought in entirely as a fullback. I got lucky because recently, you know, if you were watching the NFL season last year, a lot of teams that were having successful seasons offensively were running the ball really effectively, and a lot of those offenses, you know, obviously you have your Kansas City and things like that, but a lot of other offenses that were instituting a fullback ran the ball effectively. So by no means is like the fullback a prevalent position in the league, but it was becoming more used due to last season. So that kind of worked out in my favor. And Jacksonville, I think, wants to add that to their offense, hopefully, this coming season. So that's what I was brought in for.
Okay, great. Now, my final question for you. Obviously, the pandemic still is in full effect, although some states are becoming a little more open than others, and the NFL is still in shutdown mode, if you will. What have the Jaguars organization instructed you to do in the meantime relative to preparation? And by the way, what is your current height and weight?
Height and weight, 6 foot, 240. It's been awesome because I've been able to be at home, sleeping, eating. You know, being at West Point's really difficult, and you know, that's just the nature that comes with it. And it's a lot easier, you know, when you don't have to do all the different tasks that you're required to do when you're there. So it's been a lot easier in that regard. The Jaguars, actually, it's really nice. They send me workout equipment. They have different like workouts to do virtually. All our meetings are done through Microsoft Teams and things like that. So they're doing pretty much everything they can to you know, not skip a beat, you know, to the best of their ability.
Awesome. Now, I did say final question, but let me add one more to that. Again, we talked a little bit about the fullback being somewhat extinct in the NFL. If you go back in time and growing up, and whenever you started to become a fullback, whether that's in high school or college, is there a former fullback in the NFL or even in college that you go, I really like their style, I emulate how they run, how they play, how they block? Is there anyone like that for you?
For sure. I mean, everyone, and I would say probably like Lorenzo Neal. He was always, you know, the best. While I was growing up, he was the best for as long as I can remember. But I was a huge Dan Kreider fan. I think he's an unsung hero. He was the fullback for the Steelers when I was a little kid, so I'd probably pick him.
Great, fantastic. Well, listen, from the folks, all the folks at GoBlackKnights.com and all the Army fans around the globe, congratulations once again, and we look forward to seeing you excel at the next level, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
All right, you got it. Take care now.